Everyone has goals. And if goals actually worked, we'd all have six-pack abs and $1 million in the bank. Think about it. Winners and losers have the same goals. Two people join a gym on January 1st with the same goal and the same plan. By February, one has quit, the other hasn't missed a session. Same goal, totally different result. So, what actually makes the difference? Habits, but not the way you've been taught. Most people think habits come from discipline and forcing yourself until the habit sticks. That's exactly why they fail. The people who succeed aren't trying harder. They just understand three things about habits that you don't. Number one, they don't build habits, they build identity. Most people start with the outcome. I want to lose weight. I want to save money. That's the outer layer. Useful, but weak. Go one level deeper and you'll get the process, the routines, the tools, the apps. But the person who succeeds starts deeper. They start with identity, with the story they tell themselves about who they are. Here's what this looks like in practice. Two people are trying to quit smoking. Someone offers them a cigarette. First person says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit smoking." Second person says, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker." One is fighting the old story. The other has already written a new one. The first person is using willpower. Every no is a battle. The second person isn't fighting at all. They're just acting like themselves. That's the difference between behavior change and identity change. You can't outsmart your self-image. Not for long. Your habits will always bend back toward the shape of your identity. So, how do you actually change it? Not with affirmations, not with vision boards. You change it with evidence. Every action you take is a vote for the person you're becoming. One page read, that's a vote for I'm a reader. One workout done, a vote for I'm someone who trains. One urge resisted, a vote for I'm in control. You don't need to transform overnight. You just need to collect enough evidence for the type of person you want to become. Decide who you want to be, then prove it with small, repeated wins. Number two, they don't trust motivation. They trust systems. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. But what is a system? A system is setting up your environment so the right choice becomes the easiest choice. For example, putting your vitamins next to your toothbrush so you never forget. Most people don't lack discipline. They lack a system that makes the right action automatic. Instead, they rely on motivation. But motivation is a battery. It runs out. By the end of a hard day, there's nothing left. The person who succeeds doesn't have more willpower or discipline. They just set things up so the decision is already made. It's never about discipline. It's always about designing the right system. Number three, they don't quit when it's not working. They know it is. If you've ever started a new habit like exercising, you've felt this moment. You put in effort and nothing happens. No progress, no visible change. This is the valley of disappointment. It feels like failure, but it's not. Think of ice warming from -5 to -4 to -3. Nothing looks different until it hits 0 and everything melts at once. Most people quit right before that breakthrough because they can't see the progress. Success doesn't reward early effort. It rewards consistent effort. Getting 1% better today feels like nothing. But do that for a year and you're not slightly better, you're 37 times better. And it works the other way too. Slip 1% every day, and by the end of the year, you're almost at 0. Your habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Once you understand this, you stop judging yourself too early. The habit is working. You just haven't hit the melting point yet. Okay, quick recap. Successful people focus on identity, not just outcomes. They rely on systems, not motivation. And they don't quit when results aren't showing yet. They know they have to push through the valley of disappointment. So now you can see what most people get wrong about habits. But seeing the problem isn't the same as solving it. To actually build habits that last, you need to understand how habits work at the root. And every habit, the ones you love and the ones you hate, runs on the same 4-step loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. This loop decides almost everything you repeat. Here's how it works. You see somebody smoking, that's the cue. Then comes the craving, not for the cigarette itself, but for the relief it brings. Next is the response. You reach for your own cigarette and light it. Finally, the reward. This is where your brain asks one simple question. Was this satisfying enough to repeat next time? If yes, the loop strengthens. If not, the habit fades. The brain isn't loyal to habits, it's loyal to rewards. If a behavior gives quick relief, quick comfort, quick dopamine, your brain saves it. If not, it lets it go. This is why breaking bad habits and building new ones is so hard. The reward timing is different. Bad habits reward you immediately. Good habits reward you somewhere in the future. So what's the solution? Rewrite the loop. To build a good habit, you need to do 4 things. 1. Make the cue obvious. 2. Make the craving attractive. 3. Make the response easy. 4. Make the reward satisfying. Let's go through each one. Step 1. Make it obvious. Shaping the cue. If the cue doesn't signal anything, the habit never starts. Most people think they have a discipline problem, but what they really have is an environment problem. Your brain reacts to whatever is in front of you. If your phone is on your desk, you'll check it. If junk food is visible, you'll reach for it. You're not weak. You're just surrounded by triggers. That's why you must make good cues obvious and bad cues invisible. Want to read more? Put the book on your pillow. Want to drink more water? Keep a bottle within reach. Your environment should pull you toward the behavior, not make you go hunting for it. When you shape your environment, you control the cues around you. But cues don't only come from objects. They also come from routines you already have. That's where habit stacking becomes powerful. Habit stacking means you take a habit you already have and attach a new one to it. For example, after coffee, I will meditate for 2 minutes. After brushing my teeth, I will do 10 push-ups. You're turning existing habits into triggers for new ones. If you want a habit to start easily, don't rely on motivation. Build a system that triggers the cue. Step 2. Make it attractive. Shaping the craving. You don't take action because something is good for you. You take action because you want the feeling it gives you. But most people fail, not because the habit is hard, but because the habit is boring. So, to make good habits attractive, first, reframe your language. Instead of, I have to train, shift to, I'm becoming someone who takes care of their body. Then use temptation bundling. Pair the habit you need to do with something you already enjoy. For example, only watch your favorite show while on the treadmill. Only listen to your favorite playlist while cleaning. Suddenly, the habit becomes something you look forward to. Step 3. Make it easy. Reshaping the response. The response is the action. The part everyone thinks is the habit. But if the action is hard, you won't do it. If the action is easy, you'll do it without thinking. Your job is simple. Make the right action easy and the wrong action hard. Want to work out in the morning? Pack your gym bag the night before. Want to eat better? Keep healthy food visible, prepped, and reachable. To make bad habits hard, unplug devices. Move junk food far away. Delete apps. Your system should make the good habit the easiest option in the room, and the bad habit the hardest. One final tip: use the 2-minute rule for your good habits. Every habit should start with a version that takes under 2 minutes. Your job is not to read a book, it's to read 1 page. Not to run every morning, it's to put on running shoes. Not to eat healthy, it's to cut 1 vegetable. Step 4. Make it satisfying, shaping the reward. Your brain repeats what feels good now, not later. That's why bad habits are sticky. They reward you instantly. Instant relief, instant dopamine. Good habits? Their rewards show up weeks later, sometimes months. Your brain isn't built for that delay, so you have to close the gap. Make good habits satisfying immediately. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Mark each day on your calendar. The longer the streak, the harder it is to quit. Now, what about bad habits? If the bad habit gives instant pleasure, add instant pain. Make it embarrassing. Make it expensive. Make it uncomfortable. Use accountability partners, financial penalties, public commitments, habit contracts. If a bad habit becomes embarrassing, expensive, or uncomfortable, you'll drop it fast. And one more thing, use the never miss twice rule. A habit missed once is a mistake. A habit missed twice is the beginning of a new habit, usually one you don't want. So, now you know how to build a habit. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. But here's the question nobody asks. How do you keep a habit after you've built it? People often wonder, how long does it take to form a habit? 21 days? 30 days? No. A habit forms when it's been repeated enough times. Repetition matters most. Starting a habit is easy. Staying consistent is the real challenge. Because every habit eventually becomes boring, and most people quit here. Not from difficulty, but from boredom. The trick is to stay in what's called the Goldilocks zone, where the habit isn't too hard nor too easy. Your brain loves that sweet spot. And one more tip that most people skip: do a weekly review. What's working? What isn't? What needs adjusting? Life is consistently changing, so your habits need review and adjustment too. Without this, it's easy to lose what you worked so hard to build. This is it, and thanks for watching. If this video helped, check out the playlist on your screen. I've summarized more books like this one.